Hi, everybody. Justine Froelker here, author, speaker, corporate trainer, and certified Daring Way and Dare to Lead Facilitator. And this is the space where we talk about courageous resilience in a really imperfect way with lots of emotion and therefore forehead wrinkles. And where I teach you the skills, the tools, and the language to make real daily sustainable change in your life, to choose courage, to love well, and be full of grace and curiosity. Have you thought this yet? When is this going to get easier? We're I don't know, many months into this. Is this going to get easier? And there's a couple things to this. It's not the same as it was, back in March, April, May. Back then, it maybe felt like a little bit more cut and dry, right and wrong. I think I know what we're supposed to do. Exact. And now here we are in September, and there's just not as much cut and dry. And no matter what side you're on or what you believe, there's just not as much that feels certain at all. And so that is going to prevent us from feeling like this is getting easier, because uncertainty is vulnerable. And so in the work that I teach, and you can go listen to the podcast, Brené's podcast, season 2 came out, Unlocking Us. I'll link it down below. The first episode of season 2 is day 2. And day 2 is famous with us facilitators. Basically, we say you can't skip day 2. What we really mean by that is you don't get to skip the messy, middle, muck, in-between place that exists between shit, we have a problem, life is very different, something's going on, to, oh, I know what I'm doing here. There's a whole lot of mud that happens in between those two places. We call it day 2. You can't skip day 2. And the thing is this feels like a perpetual day 2. This feels like everything is always changing. It's tough to know what to believe. And as I keep saying, it is being fueled by emotions and opinions. And those are the undercurrent at the same time. And most of us, not only are we not very good at coping with our feelings, we're also just really effing tired and weary. The thing is, though, when we walk out in courage, we have to get vulnerable. We have to choose curiosity. It's our only way out of the dark. My only way through the messy middle that exists between holy shit, life will never be the same, and okay, I think I got this, and rewriting it, is for me to lean in, get real uncomfortable, name my feelings, reality check the stories I'm making up, cope with stuff in a healthy way, ask for help, reach out, set boundaries, get curious, ask curious questions, all of these things, be empathic, own my truth, remember that someone's perspective of my story is not my truth, knowing that also your perspective is your truth, all of these things, that is the shit of the messy middle. That is the shit of day 2. That is the messy muck that we are living in right now. And at this point, it's going to last a long time. And so we got to rely back on what we do know is truth. That darkness will never, ever, ever, ever overcome the light. That somehow, if it's not okay, if it's not good, God's not done. That somehow we will get through this better. And that is not rainbows and butterflies, toxic bullshit positivity. That's truth. It's the truth of embracing the suck and trusting it will be okay, even when we have no idea how. So today, how can you make the mucky, messy, dark, middle, day 2 crap, feel a little bit more okay. Remembering that you don't have much in your control. So for me, I go back to that sticky note of survival. For me, I breathe, I wonder, I choose awe, and I choose curiosity and courage. And I trust that if I keep walking out this work, that light will win, that love will win. And the thing is, when I think about all the day 2s, all the shitty, messy, mucky middles of my life, they were so hard. Just like this year is. And somehow I reclaimed those stories. Somehow they were redeemed, both by myself and the work that I choose to do every day, and by God. All of that redemption, all of that making it a gift and seek the good and all that stuff, it does not, nor will it ever erase the suck. It's not supposed to. The darkness will never overcome the light. The light is scarred forever. And it is a reminder of where we've come from and how strong we are. And it is a reminder that love will win. And so I know it's really uncomfortable. I know it sucks. I know that some of us just want to be in the shitty dark and complain and be realistic. And some of us want to just be all pooping rainbows and butterflies. You can't skip the middle. You can't skip the messy shit that's in between. And I'm willing to bet it is in that darkness that the good stuff is born. So it's the permission of the end again. Thanks for being here. Check out all the links down below in the description. And I would love to know how you are leaning in to the utter discomfort and suckiness of the messy middle day 2. And I'll see you next time. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe.